It looks like Media Molecule has done it once again, and they've delivered an incredibly high-quality game. The reviews for Dreams have been posted, and it is receiving universal acclaim. A 91 on Metacritic right now. I want to take a look at what some of the reviewers are saying and give you guys my thoughts on the game, but this is a game that I personally was very excited for, and I think it's a game that a lot of people are going to end up picking up on day one, not only based on the reviews, but Media Molecule is pricing the game at $39.99, so that makes it a lot more compelling of a purchase. And we know that this is going to be a game that is supported for a very, very long time. It's Media Molecule and their creation style of games from Little Big Planet now onto Dreams. These are games and these are developers in Media Molecule that support their games for a very long time, and they even have come out and said, hey, Dreams is a game that 5-10 years down the line, we have a vision for this game, and that is really, really good to hear, because a game like this, ultimately, it is going to depend on what the community does, what Media Molecule ultimately puts into it, and I think there's a lot of potential for this game going forward. And obviously, it's already being received really well, so people are definitely digging it. If you don't know what Dreams is all about, it's a game where Media Molecule is literally giving you the suite to create your own games, and that's a really interesting style of creation. A lot of people couldn't fathom how a game like this would work, but it seems like Media Molecule has once again delivered. Specifically noting, Dreams is the space you go, where you go to play and experience the dreams of Media Molecule and its community. It's also a space in which to create your own dreams, whether they're games, art, films, music, or anything in between and beyond. So it's not necessarily just creating games within games. They're literally just letting you create experiences. That's what Dreams is all about, experiencing all of these, experiences, and taking that all in, and it seems like people are rolling out some really, really compelling stuff. The user score, by the way, is a 9.2 right now, so that is pretty insane. I want to take you guys through some of the critic reviews. Attack of the Fanboy gave it a perfect score, noting, Dreams is a platform that allows for complete and nearly limitless creative expression, and it's already jam-packed with games, music, and art more than justify the asking price, and that asking price is something I feel like we're gonna go back to over and over again. I thought this game was gonna be a $59.99 release. I feel like the content that's available in the game warrants a $59.99 release. However, ultimately they went with a $39.99 price point. I knew that that was the price point for early access. I did not know that that was gonna be the full price also heading into the main release of the game, but that is really cool to see. And for $40, I think it just makes it an even better buy. Do remember that Little Big Planet was a $59.99 release, so it being $40 is something a little bit unexpected, but hey, I'm not going to complain about that. I've been complaining about $60 game prices for a long time, and how I always advocate you guys to wait a little bit before you pick these games up, because so many of them go on sale rather quickly. In the case of Dreams, it looks like this is one that warrants a day one purchase. PlayStation Universe also gave it a perfect score, saying it's really hard to find anything negative about Dreams. That's very high praise. It's a powerful and remarkable set of creation tools moonlighting as a video game. If creating isn't your things, the Dreamverse offers an endless feed of other Dreamers' playable content and the super fun campaign. Dreams is the bee's knees and should not be missed. God is a Geek gave it a perfect score, noting, as overwhelming as it is, Dreams is a unique and impressive game that offers plenty of ways for players to create whatever they want with a great sense of community. And obviously, with these Media Molecule titles, community is at the heart of every single one of these games. You need a strong community, and the PlayStation community, man, they are a pretty strong community, and I imagine that a lot of people are going to be creating some really, really cool stuff in the Dreamverse. Push Square also gave the game a perfect score, noting it may have been the better part of a decade to make, but the arrival of Dreams feels significant. It represents a whole new way for people to make things and share them with the world. Media Molecule has made a suite of tools that feels intuitive to use, but more than that, it's built a social platform where players can collaborate and explore the imaginations of others. It's a technical marvel, a creative miracle, and one of the most innovative games of the year. On the other hand, IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. It's a cliche, but Dreams really is something that needs to be played to fully grasp an understanding of. It's unlike anything else, an ambitious project that has been brought expertly to life by Media Molecule, and an audacious experiment in game design that gives you endless ways to enjoy your time with it. So they were very positive about the game. Hobby Consoles gave it an 88, noting Dreams is an impressive game-making tool which includes a story, a great story mode, art's dream. On the downside, motion sensing controls are not especially accurate, and the game requires plenty of tutorials. I think that's something to be expected when going into Dreams. Do not expect Dreams to be a game that is easily accessible flow right out of the gate. A game that lets you, a game that offers you this kind of creation tools, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to get into. However, if you spend time with it, I think your time is gonna be very, very much rewarded. IGN Spain, on the other hand, gave it an 8.7, noting Media Molecule gives us a complete tool which we feel like authentic video game developers. It takes time, but once you've mastered it, the experience is highly rewarding. The only limit of dreams is our imaginations. I feel like that is a tagline that could really go with the game, but that is something that you do have to assess when getting into Dreams. Dreams is a game that, first of all, it's going to take a lot of time for you to actually create all of these different experiences. If you want to create the experiences, you don't have to. You could just jump in and play everything else that everybody else is doing. From a personal standpoint, that is probably what I'm going to end up doing, just because the creation style of things is just not my cup of tea, especially even in Little Big Planet. I didn't really create a lot of stuff. Rather, I was playing other stuff, and I had a blast doing that. Don't get it twisted. I loved Little Big Planet, and I appreciated the creation tool, so I could go in and I have this endless stream of content to just check out. From that standpoint, I do think it's really cool. Maybe I'm not getting the most out of what Media Molecule intends with these games, but hey, the Dreams experiences are being uploaded online for a reason, and they're being shared. Sharing is one of the biggest part about Media Molecule titles, and that's doubly so for Dreams with all of these different experiences. I should also mention that the user score right now is a 9.2 based on 336 user ratings. That seems really, really good. So Dreams is just getting universal acclaim right now, and I'm so happy to see this because Media Molecule has been relatively quiet this entire generation. They had a lot of buzz around them with Little Big Planet 1, Little Big Planet 2. They kind of took their foot off the gas. They didn't work on Little Big Planet 3. They've been working on Dreams for so long that it's nice to see that the game has been received so well, because I remember hearing about Dreams years ago, and I was compelled by it when I originally heard about it, but I was like, okay, I have a lot of faith in Media Molecule as a studio. They're incredibly talented, but how do you pull something like this off? Is it even possible? And lo and behold, Media Molecule does it again, and they've delivered one of the best PlayStation 4 exclusives from a review standpoint that we've ever seen. A 91 is right up there with some of the best received games like the God of Wars, the Uncharted 4s. I think it's a little bit shy of those two games. I think Uncharted 4 has like a 93 and God of War has a 94. Whatever the case may be, Dreams is obviously there as a high-quality title, and I know for some of you guys, you're going to look at a game like Dreams and you're just going to be like, I don't know if that's really my cup of tea. I implore you, especially at that $39.99 price point, even if you don't pick it up day one, it is at such a great price. Media Molecule is such a great studio, and yes, I did count them out for Dreams. I'm not gonna lie, I did not think this game was going to be as well received as it is, but hey, that's to Media Molecule's credit. They've done a great job once again. And it's good to see a game like this be so successful, and I think this is going to be a game with a ton of longevity. I don't know if they plan on doing DLC for the game, extra content, expanding upon the game with content like that, or if they're going to be rolling out free updates, but it's obvious to see that if you invest your $40 now, you are going to get support from not only Media Molecule from an updates and, software standpoint, but you're also talking about updates from the community. You're going to get a stream of constant Dreams experiences being rolled out, and I think as people figure it out, I think it's only going to get better and better. Not to mention, you have a single player mode in there as well. The amount of content that Dreams offers is really ridiculous. They probably could have gotten away with a higher price point, probably even higher than $60 when you just look at what the game offers, and that's what scared me at first about Dreams. I was like, holy crap, they are trying to do so much with this game. Can they actually deliver from that standpoint? Is it too ambitious for their own good? And that's really what I put against Media Molecule more than anything else. I really thought this game was a little bit too ambitious, a little bit too out there, and Media Molecule showcases why they're one of the best studios in the world. I feel like they don't get the credit, and yes, I might have counted them out, but they obviously didn't count themselves out. They took a long time to develop the game, but Dreams has turned out to be really great. And when talking about Media Molecule, you really have to assess them as one of the best studios in the world. I know we always put a ton of praise behind Naughty Dog, behind From Software now even, but Media Molecule, Little Big Planet 1, Little Big Planet 2, they didn't really do Little Big Planet 3, so you really can't hold that against them. Tearaway, and then you have Dreams as well. Those are 4 stellar games, and the consistency and quality level is absolutely remarkable. Now, would I like to see games at a more consistent basis? Yeah, but the idea is these games are incredibly ambitious. They're gonna take time to develop. I'm happy that Sony stayed committed to Media Molecule, because at some point, a lot of other publishing partners might have thought, okay, this game is taking way too long to develop. However, Sony stayed committed, and here's what happened. They got incredibly rewarded with a highly, highly received titles such as Dreams. So 91 on Metacritic. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys picking up Dreams? Are you still not completely sold on it? The reviews are looking rather stellar, and I think that's only going to benefit the sales numbers for this game, and I think a lot of people are going to end up checking it out. That's going to conclude this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sound off with everything you have to say. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.